breaths here just to get us regulated. So it's inhale through our nose, open mouth, exhale. And then another in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, just letting all the air release, emptying out your lungs. We're going to introduce a little bit of movement here, just kind of getting our bodies warmed up. So bringing our right ear down to our right shoulder. And then continuing with your chin down to your chest. Then left ear, left shoulder. And then bringing your head back, gazing up at the sky. And continue that for a few more rounds on your own, at your own pace. And then when you feel complete there, don't forget to go the other direction. And just recognize where your body is feeling, where it needs the most attention. Here, let's come back to a neutral neck and we'll start moving our shoulders. So bringing our shoulders up to our ears and letting it fall behind us. And then slowly bringing it forward. And then back. And then let's move the other direction. So bringing it circles moving forward. Let's come to a neutral here. Let's inhale, lift our arms up overhead, reaching for the sky. And then exhale, drop our right hand down for support, and we're going to reach over for that side body stretch. And then go as far as you're able to. Control right or wrong. Inhale, come back up, and we're just going to simply switch sides, dropping our left hand down, left over, our right hand reaching over to the left. Inhale, come back up. And then just taking the time here to just settle in, and perhaps it's just catching your breath or just repositioning where you need to sit. Now we're going to come down to our bottoms. And then let's face this way towards the wall. And then we're just going to simply bring our feet, bottoms of our feet together as we get into our butterfly. We're going to just be here for a moment. Again, you can keep your eyes closed. I always encourage my students to practice with your eyes closed because it gives you an opportunity to really imagine and picture yourself in the posture, knowing there's no right or wrong. You're not forcing anything. So as you inhale, you're lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, perhaps your knees are falling closer to the mat. And we're just going to hold here for a few breaths. You can grab the tops of your toes if that feels good. But with every inhale, you're lengthening. And then exhale, melting closer, knees melting closer to the mat. Inhale here, let's bring our knees up together, and then we're going to move into our tabletop. So hands, so your fingertips spread out wide, giving you that support, wrists right below your shoulders, knees hip width distance apart. As we inhale, let's drop our bellies, gazing up as we start cat-cow. Exhale, push the mat away, rounding out your spine. Inhale, dropping your bellies, gazing up. Now go through 3 to 4 of these at your own pace. Our practice today is about being present, intentional with our movement, and just allowing your bodies to feel, no forcing, and just recognizing all the sensations. Back at a neutral tabletop. And then we're going to extend our right leg out to the right side. And if you need to make move things around to make room, feel free to do so. And then once you have your footing, on that next exhale, you're going to drop down and just sit back. Slowly inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, come back up. We exhale, sit back. Inhale, come back up. Let's bring that leg back in, and then we move to the other side. And then on your exhale, let's sit back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come back up. And then one last exhale, sit back. And then inhale, come back up. Coming back into our neutral tabletop. We are going to now set up for thread the needle. So we're going to lift our right hand up to the sky and then thread it to the left, and just resting on our right ear or temple. Let's inhale, come back up. Arms up, one hand stretch, come down, tabletop. We now move to the other side. Inhale, lift our left arm up. And then thread it through to the right. Letting your breath guide you. Inhale, come back up. Lift your arm back up, nice twist. And then come back down into tabletop. Here, let's bring our knees out wide to the width of our mat. And then we're gonna sit back into our child's pose. Coming all the way down, reaching forward, forehead on the mat. On that next inhale, bring your fingertips to your shoulders, to where your shoulders are. Just have your fingertips. Bring them down onto the mat. Lower your shoulders. And on your inhale here, you're going to lift up all the way up. And then sitting all the way down. And as you're here, feel your shoulders opening up your heart center. And then on that inhale, come back down, slowly down into our modified child's pose. Inhale, slowly come up, push up, opening up our chest, our heart chakras. Maybe you're gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly come back down. Inhale, lift up one last time. Easing all the way up, opening up your chest. And then here, let's just release, exhale, and just bringing everything down to your mat. And then when you're ready, let's come back into a downward facing dog, taking your time. And then feel free to take a bend in your knees, allowing your belly to just have some place to rest. Pushing that mat away from you. Let's inhale here, look forward, and I want you to just simply walk your way to the top of your mat. Grab your opposite elbows and just let everything hang. You can just release, no need to hold on to anything. Swaying back and forth. And then coming back to center. Let's inhale, halfway lift. You can put your hands on your shins or your thighs, keeping a flat back. Exhale, bringing our hands down to the mat and bringing our right foot back into our low lunge. And here we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring our knee all the way down to the mat. The top of our foot flat on the mat. And then we're going to inhale, come all the way up, hands up overhead. And I want you to feel where your body is at again. Does it feel stable? Does it feel good? Do you need need to make an adjustment, feel free to make that adjustment. Exhale, cactus those arms. Feeling your chest open up. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring our right hand down to the mat, and then we're going to extend our left to the sky to a nice twist. Inhale, bring everything back down, arms up overhead, and then cactusing those arms once more. Inhale here, tuck the back of your foot, and then you can use your hands to give you the support you need, but simply come back up into our warrior one. And again, take any adjustments that you need here. Feel strong with your back leg. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, we're going to move into warrior two. Here you're gazing at the tips of your fingers in front of you. Inhale, let's flip them over, reach forward, and then reverse that warrior. You can take a bind with your right hand behind your back. And then inhale here. We're going to go in side angle pose, so letting your elbow rest on your thigh, and then just simply reaching up toward the side. Inhale here, come back up, warrior two. And then we're going to cartwheel our hands down to the mat. And then we're going to meet plank. We're in plank just for a moment. And then on that exhale, let's drop down to our knees. And then we'll drop down to our chest. And then our chin. And we're going to push up, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Then pedal out your feet. And then we're gonna inhale, bend our knees, and then we're gonna walk our way to the top of our mats. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring our hands down to the mat, and we're going to bring our left foot back now to that low lunge. And now as you're here, go ahead and bring your knee all the way down for that additional support. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up, hands all the way up. Exhale, cactusing those arms. Inhale, hands up. And then on this exhale, we're going to drop our left hand to the mat and then reach up with our right. Inhale, come all the way up, hands up overhead now. And then again, like we did last time, tuck your back foot. And then if you need your hands for that support, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, pivot, let's go, warrior two. Looking at your fingertips. Let's flip your palms, inhale, reach forward, reverse that warrior. Inhale, let's go, side angle pose. So right arm on your knee, And then lifting up with your left. Inhale, warrior two. And then here we're gonna cartwheel our hands down to the mat. Find ourselves in that plank. And here just for a moment. And exhale, knees, chest, and then chin. Once you're all the way down, push up, upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck your toes, let's get back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet. And then inhale, look forward, and then walk your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat. And then we're going to bend, bring our right foot back behind us into that low lunge. Bringing your knee all the way down. And then I want you to now scooch your foot to the left side of your mat as we prepare for lizard. Bringing your hands to the inside of your mat. And then you can also grab your blocks to bring your mat closer to you. What you should feel, it's almost as a slide, right? From the back of your head all the way down to your feet. So as you inhale, you're lengthening. Just feeling that energy from the top, the crown of your head, coming all the way down to your feet. And if you need more support, you can also move this a little bit higher if that's what you need today. So feel free to experiment. And what's great about lizard, it's not about the posture in itself. It's about really recognizing the sensations. With every breath, perhaps your hips start to open up a little bit more. And just recognizing where those sensations are happening. Let's go ahead and release those blocks. Just set them aside. And then bringing your hands down and bringing your foot back to our normal low lunge position. Let's go ahead and go into our half split. So we're not sitting all the way down, just flexing your front foot. You should feel some sensation in the back of your leg. Inhale here, lift our right leg up behind us, and then bring it forward into that low lunge. Again, we're going to sit up, so bringing your foot to the edge of the mat, bringing your back foot down, and again, with your blocks, if you need them, using it to, again, creating that, you can imagine a slide from the top of your crown to the bottom of your feet. So with every inhale, you're lengthening. And then exhale, perhaps you're sinking deeper within your hips. ahead and move your blocks to the side, hands down, bringing your feet back to our low lunge position. We're just going to go into our half Hanuman or half splits. Flexing your front foot, and then you should feel some sensation in the back of your leg. Inhale, come back up, hands to the top of the mat. We're just going to go back, knees width of the mat, and you come down into your extended child's pose here. Press it all the way down. And then if it's okay, I do like to do a lot of massage as part of the practice. So if you're okay with touch, thumbs up, and then down. So come all the way down to child's pose. We're just going to use this moment to catch up with our bodies, and then just allow everything to melt. And just feeling your body start to stretch, and just listening to your stomach. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. whichever one is in your practice today. And then once we're here, we're just going to be here for a couple breaths. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Slowly bring your foot back down. Go ahead and circle out your ankles. Right. So, when you're ready, lift up your left leg and bind it around. If you're able to get it around, great. If not, I'm not there today. So this is as far as I'm going to bind today. And then again, you can arms like this, or you can take the bind this way. And then this is also another. So there's never a right or wrong. It's what your body is doing today. So I'm going to continue with this. And we're here just for a couple breaths. Go ahead and release. Let everything go. Just circle out your ankles. So here, let's bring our feet out a little bit wider than hip width distance. Bring our hands to heart center, and we're going to lower down into our malasana, our yogi squat. And if you need the additional support, you can also use this below your bottom to give you support if you need it. So that is an option. And then we're here, start to just sway back and forth, side to side, bringing your knee back and forward, just opening up our hips. And then from here, let's slowly release, bring our hands to the mat, and then we're just going to slowly come up into this forward fold. And then I want you to also extend your stance just a little bit so you guys can move this way towards the wall so that you have the full mat. And then come down into your forward fold. You can take a bend in your knees if you need to. Down. And then here, reaching back, bringing your hands to the long edge of the mat behind you, or as far as you're able to go. Yes. Just let your head grow heavy. And we're here just for a few breaths. Provide some support so you feel safe where you're at. And just come forward. Let's inhale, come up, starfish, arms out wide. And then here we're going to bring our hands together. And then we drop them heart center as we fall into goddess. There will be a little bit of a burn here in your thighs. Allow your breath to guide you. Inhale, come back up, starfish, arms out wide. And then exhale one more time, goddess. Bring your hands together and drop down. Inhale, come back up, starfish. And then exhale, bring your hands down, Shiva side, and then we're into Tadasana. Bring your feet down together, tops of your mats. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Here we're gonna bring our hands down to the mat. Come back into that yogi squat and then come all the way down to your bottom to the mat. We're gonna have our legs extended out in front of us, and then make sure your blocks are within reach as we are going to spend the remaining time on the mat. So here, let's bring our left leg over our right knee. And then right arm, right hand, you're just gonna use that to bring your knee a little bit closer and over. So we're gonna go into a twist here. Bringing our left hand behind us, and then looking over our left shoulder. So with every inhale, you're lengthening your spine. And then as you exhale, twisting deeper. One more breath here, lengthening with that inhale. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, come back up, release. And now we're gonna move to the other side. So extending your left, bringing your right over your left, taking your left hand, and again, guiding that knee over. Right hand behind us. As we inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist, looking over your shoulder. And then feel free to also, if you want to, you can use your elbow, your left elbow, to bring and control that knee. One last breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, come all the way out of it. Extend those legs. Just kind of tapping them up and down. And then here, come all the way to the mat, because we're going to lay down just so that you have the full use of your mat. So we're going to lay all the way down, flat on our backs. We're going to hug our knees. Hugging both your knees. Bringing it towards your chest. Getting that nice compression. Here, let's inhale, release your left leg. Extend that left leg out. Still hugging your right. Now you're going to bring your knee in closer and out as if you're trying to jam it into your armpit. Yes. And you can keep your head all the way down still. Yeah, so we're just guiding our leg into our armpit. We're just here for one more breath. And on that exhale, let's release and then grab our opposite leg. So here we're going to hug it in closely and then bring it out as if you're trying to get it into your armpit area. And we're here just for one more breath and then release. Bring your knees, bending your knees, your feet flat on the mat, and trying to bring your heels as close to your bottoms as possible as we set up for bridge. And we will be using our blocks for support, so it will be a very passive but supportive bridge. So when you're ready on that inhale, push your hips up, clenching your bottom, and then taking your blocks and placing it beneath your lower back for support if you need it. And then you can adjust the height if you need a little bit more. So as you're here, just allow your body to relax. Have one more breath here, in through our nose, open mouth, exhale. Slowly and with care, go ahead and lift up just a bit and remove the blocks from underneath you. Set it aside. Bring everything down, and then windshield wiper your knees left to right. Do a few of those until you feel complete. And then now we're going to go into our reclined butterfly. So bringing the soles of your feet together. And just allowing everything to fall. We are here for you. Allowing your breath to relax your spine. No resisting, we're not forcing. We're just allowing our bodies to be. You may also bring your hands up overhead, reaching towards the top if that feels good. Cleansing breath here in through our nose, and then open mouth, exhale. Go ahead and release our butterfly, extending our legs out wide in front of us, taking up the entire space of your mat as we move into our final posture of Savasana. Use this time to acknowledge any sensations. Using this time for rest. To also feel good about the movement. cleansing breath here in through our nose. Open mouth, exhale. Start to wiggle out your toes, your fingertips, and just bringing your body back to the present. And when you're ready, turn over to your right side into a fetal position. Just taking your time to waken up your bodies. And when you're ready, come up and just find any comfortable seat that works for you. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll take a together breath here, together in through our nose, and then open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today and trusting me in guiding you in practice. Take the energy that we created